evening to everyone who's joined for our webinar. So I'll be starting uh, with what is an EHR. It is a technology-based development to make available the information in real time, and it's a self-service with an interactive work environment. So it means availability of the information at any given time, anywhere. It can be an employee time and attendance to employee history, and also it might be some statistical information about the employee or even company information. As an example, this information will help you in job analysis, recruitment process, selection, staff training, and performance management are some of the key features that I could highlight. When it's come to traditional to digital HR transformation, I'll be explanation in traditional methods as well as the newest methods as well. Into your left in blue color, there are some traditional methods. I will explain one by one. Let's talk about traditional methods. It is very costly because to maintain a server and electricity for cooling, and also we require professional help when it's required. Also, it can be having a lot of human errors. Only administration functions available within the system. It's very time consuming because the system are not very user friendly. Also, it's take longer processing time due to all technologies that they're using to develop the particular program. More manpower needed for this kind of a software. Also, that's required plenty of paperwork since the system are not fully integrated. So let's take about in detail of newest today's systems. Those systems are very cost effective since most of the systems hosted on the cloud infrastructure, and obviously it's very transparency is in optimum level. Access from anywhere, time efficiency, processing time is very less compared to old technological HRIS softwares. Less manpower needed because the vendor will look after everything. Since the system is fully automated, the system will reduce a lot of manpower. So let's take about some benefits of the newest HRIS systems, EHR systems. So first of all, I would like to take a moment about the user friendliness of all these new systems. The systems are very easy to navigate and many variety of information available. So the user itself can learn about the systems without prior training or any influences, because the most of the information will help in the forms of video or a document form for the user to get trained or to, so to say, access. So anywhere, any device, it means you can access such systems anywhere from the world, because, or maybe it can be through a mobile phone or a laptop. It's simply because the system is hosted on a cloud environment. You just need a sort of a device with an internet capability. So the company obviously does not have to have sophisticated hardware or to maintain such. So let's think about how the report and analytics works on these such systems. The system is fully capable of customizing the reports without any human interference. So the user has the freedom to choose their templates at any given time, which saves a lot of time, which beneficial for the company decision making. Also, we talk about geo tracking. It is very essential to have such a fantastic option, whereas to address for a current situation like where the employees who working from home can easily be trackable through this technology, make sure that they are not roaming around. Also, there is another fantastic features like activity tracking. With the timesheet capability, department heads can easily monitor their staff daily activities and also to check what sort of engagement they have done so far. Nothing but least, the attractive employee self-service module, which known to as ESS, will help users to engage daily with the mobile application that will help to ease their pain. E-pay slips. So this will be automatic process where the employees might not need to go for the HR manager to ask for pay slips. It will be automatic process. It will come to your email or your digital profile. You will be automatically getting these pay slips. So the system such will be integrated seamlessly with quite a number of ERPs. In such situation, the SAP is one of the biggest ERPs that we are known to in the market, and Sage and Oracle, such and such various ERPs can be integrated. So it will give you the benefit of integrating seamlessly. Same time, integrating with a biometric devices will give you real-time information about time and attendance of your employees. So I will hand over this presentation to continue with the digital employee profile with the perfect people HRIs. And I'll hand over this presentation to Mr. Tushara, which is our team head, pre-sales department. Tushara,
Yeah.
over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Tarandu. I think Tarandu has explained how the EHR will work and what are the benefits you can gain through EHR system. So I'm going to take you through the perfect people product, and I'm going to show you what are the features, what are the options you should have in an EHR profile. Okay. So before I move the product, I will brief you with the product module and all. So when it comes to perfect people, it has a payroll module, time attendance, employee self-service and training, leave and recruitment, and all necessary modules which require under HRIS options. So basically today our focus will be employee master, otherwise we call it digitalized employee profile. Okay, so when it comes to digitalized employee profile, mainly it has three layers. There should be quick access to your information, otherwise we call it the right information at the right time, and the accuracy. That's a must you have in a system. And the third one is user friendliness. So you should have user friendliness in your interface and all. Okay, so let's have a quick look in payroll perfect people master profile, and we'll take you through the transaction levels. Okay, so when you see this screen for the first time, you will feel that this is just like an Excel, right? But let me show you the story behind this system. Right, I think now you can see my screen. Okay, so this is the perfect people master profile. And if I take an example, the current situation, the COVID situation, most of the companies, they have decided to go with the rosters, right? So to make their rosters, they need employee group by districts, province, and they need that kind of categories, right? So if you don't have those kind of reports in your system, then what you have to do is you have to call your vendor and get it done. So it will take another 2-3 days to get it done, right? But if you are using a perfect people system like this, so you just have to click and drag this field up to here. Then here your report is ready. All the employees as grouped with the district. And again, if you want to break it with the province, just have to drag and drop. Just a matter of dragging and drop the fields. Within second, your report is ready. So this is what you want, right? The quick information access. So that is there with the perfect people. And the same time, if you want to print it, you can go to print option, and simply you can change your page formats as you want, like this, and you can print it out. At the same time, if you want to export to any of these fields, it can be Excel file, the CSV, the text file, or the image file, you can do the exporting part as well. And again, most of the time, from the management, they will require to send this report through an email. So then what you have to do is you have to save this document to your computer, then you have to open your Outlook, and then you have to attach it. So without doing those processes, simply you can click on this email button and you can select the format what you want to send through the email. Just like this, I have selected the PDF file. And then from system itself will pop up a screen whether you want to secure this document or not. Then what you can do is, if you want to secure this document with a password, when it comes to HR and the payroll, there will be a lot of confidential data with the reports, right? So you should have this option. Then you can go to password security, and simply you can put a password there like this, right? Then you can enter your password. Then system will ask you to place to save. Let's say I will save it on my documents. See, it has opened Outlook new email with the attachment. You just have to type your email address and simply you can send it to receiver. So like that, you can send documentations through the email without opening your Outlook. Okay, so that's how the email facility works. Then if I come back to the master file, the most system, they don't have this kind of issues when you trying to filter employee master. So they will provide you a few filters like departments, the employee number, and the section like that. But when it comes to perfect people, so you can use any of these fields as a filter. Let's say, for an example, if you want to, if you remember only first name, first two letters, then you can type it like this. See, within seconds, you can find your employee like this, right? This is called quick access to your information. That should have, that's a option you should have in your employee master. Okay. Then if you are familiar with advanced Excel functions like if condition or something, then there's an option called advanced filter where you can use those kind of function. So I'm going to use age greater than or equal to 40 function like this. Simply you can filter your report and you can generate the report what you want. So this is the user friendliness. That means user can define their own report without calling their vendor. So that's what you need when it comes to HR. That's what you need as a customized reporting option. So that's there inside the system. So any given time, you can generate your own information with the master profile. Okay, let's have a quick look inside the master profile. Okay, so I'm not going to take you through all the fields because in any system, even in Excel, you can maintain these fields. But I'm going to show you what are the most important fields you should have in a HR profile. Okay, so let me take you through that. Then when it comes to employee filtration, so you should have some options like department, designations, levels, employee types. But in perfect people, you can go up to 7 filtration. In that also there are a lot of options. Let's say here I have mentioned department, right? Here I have mentioned department. But let's say when it comes to your scenario, you are using the you are using main filtration as a section. Then what we can do is we can change this department caption to your familiar name. Then you are going to use the system with your familiar captions also. So up to that level, we can customize and set up your employee master profile as you want. And at the current situation, most of the companies, they require these fields like what do you call the permanent address and the current address, employee mobile numbers, everything you can have in the same profile. Okay, so that's especially, and again, you can have an employee profile also to identify the employee without going through the employee numbers and all. And why we are having a separate statutory requirement tab in our system. Okay, let me explain you that also. So when it comes to statutory information, so most of the employees, they do this mistake. That means they will, when you ask for the information, they will provide you first name, last name, which you have mentioned in the master employee profile. So these things they will provide. But when it comes to employee EPF registration, they would have provide some other names. The initial will be differ and the name will be differ from the first and last name. So what you can do is you can get the correct EPF registration to this column, and in the personal information, you can have all the names what they have provided. So then when you are transferring the EPF data to the department, there won't be any issue to the process. Otherwise, they will reject the file, and again you have to do the same process. Okay, so that kind of a pain point you can ignore with this option. And when it comes to payment breakdowns, you can go up to 3 types like cash, check, and bank. So in Sri Lanka, most of the companies, they have practiced with the bank option. Okay, when it comes to bank option, then there is a pain point. That means when you are entering bank code and branch code, so there won't be any validation when you are entering into the system. But when you are sending the net sale to bank, then only you get to know that the bank file or branch code is wrong. So because of that, they will reject the file. So if you are having a database like this, like bank branch master, you just have to select the bank and branch master from here. Then from the system step, it will select the bank code and branch code. And again, with that, account number will get validated. Then there won't be any issue when you are sending the net sale to bank, right? So that kind of a validation also should have in your employee profile, right? So these are few samples. So there are a lot of validation involved in employee profile. Okay, and if I go to the payroll information part, as I explained earlier, a system is fully aligned with the local act, that means labor act. So you just have to select whether the employee under shop and office or the wages board. Then there onwards, all the default calculation based on your act, just like OT calculation, NOPE calculation, latent, absenteeism, everything will be calculated automatically based on the payroll process. So you don't have to do any manual involvement. So it will be automated based on the payroll process. And when it comes to leave also, it's same. You have to select whether the employee under probation or the permanent card. And annual leave will be pro rata based, and earn leave will be earn leave will be there for the casual staff. So those things will be automated. You just have to select the scheme only, right? And if you have any tax table involvement, that also there. So most of the companies, they are using the monthly tax table. So it's by default, it's there. So if you have any other tax table also, we can arrange that part as well. And this is the most important tab at the current situation in Sri Lanka, the medical information. So you should have this database in your company, because if they, from the government, if they ask for a report, you have to provide those details, right? So in medical information tab, you can have current that particular employee current medical condition, and if he has any allergies, especially the emergency contact number where you have to call. So likewise, you can have a medical history for that particular employee. So any given time, based on this report, based on this detail, you can generate the report. So that's the specialty in medical information. The same way, you can have family information. It can be spouse details, the father mother details, and the children details. Likewise, you can have those details as well. And if you have in your process, if you have drivers or any other license, if you want to track for a particular employee, so what you can do is you can track them through the license information. You just have to enter issue date and the expiry date. Based on the expiry date, you will get the automated alert through SMS or email. Otherwise, you can get the alert through the system. So those kind of options are there. You just have to key in the detail. Based on the detail, you can generate the alerts as well. Okay. Other than that, you can have employment history. This is very important. When you're recruiting an employee, you can get these details. Then for the promotions and trainings, for everything, you can use this employment history file. And as well as there's a nice option what we call file archive. So you don't have to maintain your personal hard copies. Like you don't have to have personal, let's say when it comes to personal file in hard copy, there will be 30, 40 files, right? Right? So you don't have to maintain those things. You just have to scan the document and attach to the system. So any given time, you can come to the employee master profile and double click, and you can see the information that you want. So just you don't have to go through the hard copies. So that also option where you can have in the system. And you can have education history. This is very important when it comes to promotion and those kind of processes. That also you should have in a profile. Other than that, all the benefits employees are getting through the company will record under the employee profile. So that's the those are the options you should have in a digitalized employee profile, right? Okay. Okay. If I take as a summary in this process, the number one, the first priority will be quick access to your information. That means the right information at the right time. So we have to remember that. And the second option is 100% accuracy. That's a must you have in a system. And you should have the user friendliness in your interfaces and processes and all functions in the system. Okay. And like I show you in the perfect people, there should be on-demand reporting tool where you can create, user can create their own report when and where they require. And from the management, if they are getting a request, okay, I need this kind of report. So they should have facility to customize report and provide the management. So that's a good option you should have in a profile. And the next option is advanced query. So that also should be there if you need to analyze, and you have to, if you can put a logical condition, then there should be a way to arrange information in that way as well. And the final option is the validation. In master profile, this validation process is a must, because when you are sending salary to bank, there should be a validation. When you are preparing the EPF file, there should be validation. Likewise, in each and every process, there should be a proper validation to process the complete employee profile as a EHR. Okay, Gihan, so it's over to you. Continue with the presentation.
Okay, thank you, Tushara. So I'll explain you how you all can transform your manual HR to digital HR, and as a solutions provider, how we can help you to meet that digital transformation. So I'll explain you about our company, PBSS Group. So we goes as a Perfect Business Solution Services Private Limited, and we are 18 plus mature IT company in representing Sri Lanka, Maldives, UAE. Plus, we have sub office in Australia and USA also. Over 100 consultants, that means certified consultant part employees are available in our company. So we are an award-winning company in locally and internationally. We are the partner of the year 2009 for Indian subcontinental, including Bangladesh. So for the SAP Business One. And we are a ISO 9000 2015 certified company. We were process-based company. So for the development and the R&D, we will go through with the ISO certifications. So when we talk about our total company, so we have 650 plus customer base in Sri Lanka, UAE, and including UAE, USA, everywhere. So when we talk about the HRIS system, we have 150 plus implemented HRIS solutions in these total countries. So when it comes to the experience-wise, industry-wise, we have a domain caterers manufacturing like gold. We are not into one sector. We have a different industry catered solution for HRI systems also. Tushar, can you go to the next one? Okay, as I explain you, so how we can help you, even if you are a small or medium or enterprise customers, we have a solutions cater for you to get your today the traditional HR to digital one. So when we talk about, we have a 4 layers in our product range. So starting with the starter, so that is for the starting companies, we were positioning and pay 100 for middle SME and customers, but standard premium will be catered for even if you're enterprise or a standard SME market, we were positioning. So talking about the product wise, we have some personal data management, resource management, skills management, performance management, attendance and leave, training administration, and HR benefited administration. Plus, we have our solutions have capable to integrate with SAP and Sage integration with ERPs, and many more with the home modules are available with your solutions with your requirement. So, Tushar, shall you go to the next one? So as a company, deployment options we have available based on your requirement. Even cloud option is available for you to host it in a cloud base. We are one of partner for AWS, Amazon Web Services. If you have even your private cloud with the Azure or a SLT, even Oracle, so we can capable to deploy in your private cloud also. Otherwise, so you all can go for our AWS cloud partnership also, or else on premises with your on-premise servers